Okay, so today I'm going to kind of teach you what joint attention is and why it's important, especially in the development of your young ones. So, joint attention is just two individuals kind of engaging in the same activity or paying attention to the same thing. So, like both of us looking at her and looking at us, that's joint attention. It's important because it helps with so many different developmental milestones in their lives. It helps with language development, social development, all sorts of really good things. So ways to create conducive environments when initiating joint attention is you want to minimize all distractions. So, like in the video, if you want to hand me the mirror, I did an activity where we were looking at the mirror, and it's really important that while we're doing that, we remove all other toys around the area. Or when you were trying to just look at her and have her look at you, it's important that you don't have any distractors like a TV on or other people in the room. So make sure that she can always see you when you're talking to her. You want to make sure that she can see your face, see your facial expressions. Those are really important for development too. You also can demonstrate visuals when doing joint attention. Those are very important also. When working on joint attention, make sure you're always providing positive reinforcers. So when she is engaging with you, make sure you're reciprocating it by looking at her. When she's cooing, you can coo back, things like that. You always want to make sure that she knows that you heard her and you saw her. It's really important to celebrate progress and success. You always want to make sure that what they're doing is being rewarded and that you do understand the importance of what they're doing. And then also just making sure that you're engaging her in preferred activities is one way that's really important to initiate joint attention. So some ways that you can troubleshoot when joint attention isn't working out is you can minimize distractions like we talked about. So clear the environment, don't have a lot of toys around, turn off the TV, remove other distractors like other people. You can show visuals. So I made this visual chart for you. And so if she's kind of fussy and she's not really engaging with you, you can kind of look at this visual chart and you can think, okay, is she tired? Am I presenting engaging enough activities? Did I limit the distractions, or is she hungry? So this is kind of the chart. So you can just kind of think about those things to see if it could be any of those factors. Sometimes kids just need a break. So when you've been working for a long time, sometimes just giving them a break to relax is a good way to recapture their focus. Make sure you're picking engaging sounds and objects. So if you know that there's a toy that she doesn't really like, probably don't pick that one when you're working on joint attention. You want to keep activities short and sweet. So don't do really long activities for a really long period of time. You just want to keep them short, get to the point. You also can redirect them when they're not paying attention. So when we were playing with the rattle in the video, for example, if she wasn't looking at the rattle or she wasn't looking at the book, you can kind of use gestures to redirect her gaze, things like that. And then it's always important to remember that when you're working on things that you might get frustrated and you might experience resistance. So when you're frustrated, just remember to remain calm and patient, provide breaks, and always alternate between activities. And then when you experience resistance, because some kids, they naturally have resistance, you want to introduce activities gradually, especially new ones, allowing them to become familiar with them before you expect to see progress with them. And then also we really want to make sure that this is functional for you and it's not homework. So we don't want it to be super taxing and super time consuming. You can incorporate working on joint attention really into any part of your day. Like when she's waking up, look at her and engage with her and make sounds with her. When you're putting her in the car seat, the same thing. Or when she's awake, just making sure that you're utilizing and maximizing all of your time to work on it. And then always remember that you're never alone. So if you ever need support, you can always reach out and find it. And making sure that you're taking care of your well-being so you can better support your child is important. So those are all the ways that you can work on joint attention. And then also when you want to start measuring data and progress, it's a really simple way to create a data tracker. You can just pick what you want to work on. So like eye contact. So right now her and I were making eye contact. You can put a tally and that counts as data. And then you can change the activities as much as you want. And then you just put tallies whenever she's doing those with you. And then on the back, you can put, again, just a different activity and how long you were doing it. So if you were looking in the mirror, you would put looking in the mirror for 20 seconds or however long it was. And then you can see over time how it's developed and how she's continuing to engage in joint attention. So joint attention is very important in all aspects, but they're pretty simple ways to input it in your day.